Welcome back. This is Pentatonic Pathways Part 4. We've done our first position, our second, our third, and now we will be on to our fourth. Still in the key of G, still looking at those triad shapes within the boxes, how we can use those to move around, having a bit more of an idea of being a horizontal player rather than a vertical player. Not that one's better than the other, it's just a different way to approach the instrument that we're trying to get better at. So, let's break this down, have a little talk about things. So, as we know, on the low E, position 1 went 3-5, 2 was 5-7, position 3 was 7-10. So position 4 is going to start on that 10th fret of the low E. So, let's take a look at that box now. So we got 10-12 on the low E, 10-12 on the A, 9-12 on the D, 9-12 on the G, 10-12 on the B, 10-12 on the high E. So, that's position 4. There are 3 shapes in here that we're going to be using. Let's look at them now. So the first one, just a little triad of a G major that we're going to be trying to play out of, or using the shape of to help us out. So that one has the 12th fret of the G string. I tend to grab that with my ring finger. Then the 12th fret of the B string, which I grab with my pinky, and the 10th fret of the high E. You can hear how definitely has that sound. Awesome. So the next shape is going to be basically almost our A chord. You know, the D, G and B of the 2nd fret, but moved all the way up to the 12th fret. Super simple. So just quick, the 2 that we have, G, B on the 12, 12 on the G and B I should say, and then 10 on the high E, 12, 12, 12, D, G, B. Next one is a spread triad. You can find heaps of videos on spread triads on YouTube. I think Rick Beato does some. Found lots of uses for spread triads looking at Eric Johnson videos, because turns out that Eric Johnson dude, pretty good guitar player. Check him out. Anyway, so that one is 10 on the A string, 12 on the D, then we're going to skip the G and grab 12 on the B. Alright, but first and foremost, from the box previous, how do we get to here? Well, look at that one now. So this lick is going to start back in our 3rd position, as you might imagine. I'm going to start with my ring finger on the 10th fret of the high E. I'm going to strike that and pull off back to the 7. That's the first move. 10 on the high E, pull off to 7, grab 10 on the B. After you grab 10 on the B, slide it up to 12 on the B. Pull off back to 10 on the B. So you have strike 10 on the high E, pull off to 7, 10 on the B, slide up to 12, pull off back to 10, and then 12 on the G string. So that is how, one way I would try and get between those. Which puts us in the position for our next lick. That's going to be working out of that shape there on the bottom. So, for this next lick, playing out of that G major triad on the higher string set, first grab 12 on the G string, then skip the B and grab 10, the high E, and once you grab 10 on the high E, get ready to roll that finger over and grab 10 on the B string. Sorry for my little mistake there. 12 on the G, 10 on the high E, roll over to 10 on the B, and then grab that 12 on the B. So, one more time on that one. 12 on the G, 10 on the high E, roll over to 10 on the B, grab 12 on the B. That's our first lick. Awesome. So then, this is our next little one, playing out of that A shape. So the first note I want you to grab here is 12 on the 12th fret of the B string, pull off to 10, then we're going to use that same rolly trick. So 12 on the B, pull off to 10, grab 12 on the G, roll over to 12 on the D. You could almost just leave it there and practice that for a little, because that roll can be annoying. But it is a cool thing and a cool way to move through your boxes. My suggestion for getting it right is when you land, normally when we grab a note we try and use the, the very tippity tip of our finger so we can, stay mobile. But when I know I'm going to do a roll, I'll kind of use more the pad, like the front of my finger there, so I have room to roll. Because if I stay on the tip and try and roll, ooh, it's a bit ugly. So when I know I'm going to do something like that, for example like here, when I pull off from that 12 on the B to 10 on the B, then I'll kind of get used to putting my finger, down a little flatter so I can just push him up rather than trying to go So 12 on the B, pull off to 10, use that pad to grab 12 on the G, roll over to 12 on the B, then we're going to come back and grab 9 on the G string. And then from that 9 on the G string, we'll grab 12 on the B again. "12 on the B, pull off to 10, 12 on the G, roll over to 12 on the D, 9 on the G, 12 on the G. Alright, so from that second lick, onto our third lick, which uses that spread triad. This one's going to be pretty basic if I'm honest with you. These spread triads, you'll see quite a few people do it. We're almost just going to play it straight. So the first note you're going to grab is the 10 of the 10th fret of the A string, then 12 on the D, Then we're going to skip the G and we're going to grab 10 on the B string. And then 12 on the B. I'm almost doing all downstrokes. Cool way to kind of practice your picking a little and some string skipping. I don't down, 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 up. So 10 on the A, 12 on the D, skip the G, he's not useful to us right now, 10 on the B, 12 on the B. You'll see these shapes get used pretty frequently by guys like Eric Johnson, probably in more full-on and creative ways than what we're doing right now, but this is a good starting point and a good way to look into it. So we've got our 3 licks out of those 3 shapes. What if we were going to put all these bad boys together? Well, start back at position 1. So, nice and slowly here, we're going to slide from wherever we want, as long as it's before the 4th fret on the G string. So, slide to the 4th of the G, skip the B string. This string skipping excitement happens a fair amount. And then you're going to grab the 3rd fret of the high E. Once you've grabbed the 3rd fret of the high E, slide up to 4 on the G, 3rd fret of the high E, 5th fret of the high E, slide up to the 7th fret of the high E. 4 G, 3 high E, 5 high E, slide 7 high E, pull off, back to 5 on the high E. Notice we've used that little kind of country sound and double stop. On the G and high E. So, slide to 4 on the G, 3 on the high E, 5 on the high E, slide up, pull off to 5 on the high E. From 7 to 5, pull off from 7 to 5, then you're going to grab 7 on the G string, another little bit of string skipping for you. Reach across, grab that one. Then while we've got that 7th fret of the G, we're going to grab the 7th fret of the high E. Another little double stop there. So once we get to that point, we're going to slide to the 10th fret of the high E. Got to be confident with these slides. Just look at where you're going. Just look at that point, or wherever you're going to slide to. Don't try and follow your finger, because then your mind will struggle to have context on where you're going. If you try and follow your finger, you're more focused on the movement than the destination. And to reach the destination, we have to stop. So we need to know where that destination is. So take it slow. And then once we have that 10th fret of the high E, we're going to grab 8 on the B to 10 on the B, slide up to 12. See, I wasn't looking at where I was going, I was looking beyond that. Almost overshot it. We're trying to get to that. That's the note we're ultimately trying to get to. That B being our major third. Sounds really nice over that G chord. Anyway, so that is Pentatonic Pathways number 4. Looked at the position, looked at the shapes in there. Next will be 5. Thank you for watching. If you have any advice, anything you'd like to see, or anything I can take a shot at for you, let me know. Thanks heaps. Keep up the good work and keep practicing. And if there was any awkward noises, I become the owner of a small puppy, and he cares not for when you film, which is amazing. Anyway, keep up the good work and take care of yourself. See you again soon. Keep at it.